Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 a day trade setups for today. So this is the 6th week that we have been going sideways, and I just want to get this trend line in because I think that is probably something we need to be paying attention to. And you can see this level that we're at the moment, actually a bit of a zone. I'll put both of the levels in, and then we can pick it up. Just give me one sec. There we go, there. Okay, so if you look left, you can see this is where the interaction has been. Support here, resistance there. Resistance, support, resistance, and so it continues. Oscillators at the moment are all over the place. No real indication of what's going on. And last week, you can see all these buyers coming in down here. Now, if we just pop across to the weekly, you'll see we still got those two hanging men. We've still got the grouping of the oscillators and looking like a crossover. But last week's bar was pretty much nothing, just a little range bar. So there's nothing to read into that at all at the moment. So it's looking like it's going to be another day for scalping. Monday's normally fairly quiet anyway, so I would suspect we are probably going to bounce around in the zone that was left from last week. And if we do break the high of last week or the low of last week, then I would expect something to continue in the direction of the break. So for me at the moment, this is still very much sit quietly and wait. You can see we are below the moving averages now in the 3 hour. We did get this pin bar rejection. People that traded that pin bar rejection on the 3 hour would still be in because their stop would be above it. So they'd still be in the trade and probably expecting a break below the structure here. So that's kind of the bears. The bulls obviously are going to continue to trade the range. So they're going to continue buying at the bottom of the range. So for me on the hour, you can see we are also below moving averages here. So what you need to do is look to the left. You can see all the structure here. And you're looking for a rejection. And I'm going to have to put one more level in here just to really make this messy. Put that in. And then where price is also another level, as you can see if you look to the left. So we've got this little bit of a gap to the upside from Friday, which is up here. And if you get down to 15 minutes, you're going to see there's that gap, and there's a whole lot of gaps to the downside. So that would act as a magnet as well. So we're in the zone already. I would expect a rejection somewhere here. And that's kind of the only trade that I can see, although there is this inverse head and shoulders here. Here's a shoulder, head, shoulder, double bottom structure as well. So gaps to the upside, gaps to the downside. Oscillators are grouped to the upside, so looking for a rejection here would be a fairly decent opportunity, and that would be 41.32. But something tells me if we get to 41.32, we're more than likely going to close a gap. So dare I say 41.50 area is the area that we actually need to be aiming for a move down. Just get back onto that trend line. But you can see high, lower high, lower low, lower low. So that's 2 days in a row that we've had that structure. So wouldn't surprise me for it to continue today. Okay, so first one is this level here, 41.32. It's also possible that this gap closes. That's 41.40. The 41.40, 41.32, or what you're going to find is you're going to find a break back below 41.20, come reject it, and then move on. You are looking for 4100 to start with. If we get below 4100, then you have a little bit of structure lower down over there, and then obviously you've got all these tails here. So 40.90, 40.80, 40.70 would be the areas to pay attention to. But again, just get back to the 8 hour. Look at these buyers that keep coming in here. So Getting down to 4100 would be interesting. Getting down to 4090 would also be interesting because there's going to be buyers coming in around there if you look to the left. So anyway, lower time frames is the way to go today. Just keep your wits about you, keep your stops tight, and just trade the structure. Let me just see something on the 5 minute quickly. And the 5 minutes swung around already into a bullish trend. So there are a couple of gaps here. So you could find support here at 4120. So that's the other thing to pay attention to. 4120 or any one of these tails where you see price find support and then bounce up. And then this big inverse head and shoulders here on the lower time frames would more than likely play out, which would give us a visit back to 4150. So take your pick. The structure for longs and shorts would be on the 5 minutes, I think, at the open, just to see what's going to transpire. You've got a gap to the upside, but you've also got a gap to the downside. So, and you're stuck in the middle of the gap, so anything could happen, basically. Anyway, that's my outlook for today. Nothing really concrete, but keep those stops tight, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.